Okay, hello everyone and welcome back to Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, and today we are going to be doing a battle here of the Romans versus the Greeks. So what we've got here is, let's call it just the Roman invasion of Greece. So what we've got here is we've got the main bulk of the Romans, which is our centre line here. We have got Triarii at the front here. Which is a 7x3 deep unit, which is my standard layout now for my tabs Romans here. So we've got 7x3 of Triarii making up the bulk centre line, and then on each flank of the centre line we have got 7x3 deep of Roman legionaries. And I don't know when the Romans invaded Greece. I have a feeling it was during the Republic, so we can call these guys Hastati, and then we can call these guys Triarii because that's what they are. And then behind them we've got some Velites. Obviously they've got their throwing spears and they're going to be doing their thing. On the flanks here we have got some mercenary hoplites, which they're just my standard just hoplite squad. They've got some peltasts behind them. We've got 5 of them. We've got 15 Greek mercenaries on each flank in a 5x3 block, with the peltasts behind them. And yeah, as we can see, they're on the same flank here, hopefully going to come along and sort of outflank the phalanx which is going on here, which is the whole point of this exercise, if I'm perfectly honest. And then back here we've got the legate and some praetorians. We have got 15 praetorians plus the legate, so we've got 16 guys in total. And they're going to be hopefully going up against the Greek elites at the back. So as we can see here, we've got a pretty scary shield wall. Just a pretty scary phalanx in general. Look at these boys, ready to go fight the Romans. So the main centre line of the Greek formation here is 15x3 deep spear phalanx of hoplites, and these guys are my custom hoplites from my faction. As you can see, their spears are actually in a pretty nice formation. Look at that. I didn't intend for that. That's just tabs when you've got long sarissa units that are next to each other, or rather behind each other. Their spears just sort of tend to rest on each other's shoulders there, which is not intended, but it does look cool. So yeah, 15 front row with 3 deep row of hoplites at the back there, and that's the main Greek centre line. We've got some peltasts behind them. And then on each flank we've got a 5x3 deep of base game hoplites. These are the guys from the standard classical era base game faction. These guys have not been made by me. I still don't know what their stats are, but all I know is that they are just another form of hoplite that I can put in here. So yeah, we've got some base game hoplites on either side, and then behind them we've got some mercenary Cretan archers, just for a little bit more ranged power against the Romans. And then at the very edge of the phalanx we have got some Greek levy hoplites. These are just 9 levies, just made up of citizenry that's been armed and sent to war as an emergency, etc., etc. We all know what levies are. But yeah, so these guys, they only cost, what, 90 or 70 or something in my faction, so I don't intend for them to be brilliant units, but I've just put them on the flank here. And obviously, because the Greeks are going to be defending against the Romans, this is one of the few times I'm actually having the Roman force attack. Because of that, these guys have all got standard bearer hoplites behind them. So yeah, we've just got these guys. So that's the main Greek phalanx. As we can see here, it looks fantastic. I do like how this has turned out. And then behind them, for the Greeks, for the Greek elite here, we have got some Spartans. These guys, yeah, they're in their gold armor. They've got the black plumes on their helmets. They've got their long sarissas. They are effectively the same cost as Praetorians, so I think they're about the same sort of stats as Praetorian as well. But yeah, they've also got a standard bearer with them as well. So that is the two opposing forces here. On the one hand, we have got the Romans. So yeah, what is this? An 8, but yeah, so that's 16, and then we've got 16. So okay. Yeah, I thought I didn't have as many Praetorians as I should have done, but no, they're the same amount of elite units, so we'll have to see. But yeah, so on the one hand we have got the Greeks, all of the various little city-states in their defensive alliances, and then on the other hand we've got the emerging Rome coming out here, ready to well, try and deal with the phalanx. As we can see here from high, the phalanx originally wasn't as wide as the Roman force, but then I added the 2 flanks onto it of base game hoplites and levy hoplites, so now it's longer than the actual Roman formation there. However, hopefully the mercenary hoplites will be sent around the flanks and will outflank the phalanx and completely crush it. But we have got to remember though that the Greeks have got the Greeks have not got the numerical advantage quite. They are 7 units less than the Romans, but they do have a higher cost, so they should technically have better units than the Romans here. And of course the Romans have got to charge into the spikes. They have got to charge into the spear phalanx, which is going to cause them some casualties before they can get in range to deal damage with their gladius. So I'm not sure who wins this. Obviously, I am a Roman, so I will be rooting for the Romans here, but I do like myself a good hoplite, so we'll have to see how well this goes for them. So obviously Greeks are going to hold their phalanx. Yep, that's good. I didn't want them to all just break away from their phalanx. Hopefully the numerous standard bearers will keep them in place as the 2 sides charge in the... Yep, in go the velites, and in go the peltas, the mercenary peltas, right in the face of a levy. Oh, down he goes. So that's yeah, taking down a couple of levies. Oh, yeah, down goes another one. That one narrowly misses. The Romans themselves have fared pretty well against the Greek peltas here. Yep, they've really not done all too much. The Cretan archers as well haven't really gotten involved because they're using the smaller bows of the poacher. But in go the 2 lines, the legionaries charging in and the triarii going in for the main thrust of the phalanx, and they've actually not managed to contain the Greeks. They've actually got a neat little rut of hoplites there, but hopefully though, now that the Romans are actually in range of their spears and swords, hopefully the long sarissas of the hoplites won't be able to do them too much use here. Obviously the levies have pretty much collapsed against the mercenary hoplites, which was to be expected if I'm perfectly honest. We have got one that's broken away though. We've actually got we've got 2 of them actually that have got involved. In come the Praetorians, starting to charge in. The main force, it's struggling. The Greeks are struggling to hold back the Romans. They have actually managed to break out a little pocket here, so they have managed to split up the Romans in 2. But then at the same banner, you could just say that the Romans have managed to force the Greeks back. We've actually got a legionary who just flew over the top of the Greek line, and has actually managed to get into the back row there with their skirmishers, which is not great. The flanks of the phalanx have fallen though. The mercenaries are now tangling with the mercenary Cretans, which is not great. On this flank though, we've still got a couple of levies still about. We've got the base game hoplites trying to deal with the mercenaries. I feel like my mercenaries might be better than the base game hoplites, but then I'm not too sure if I'm perfectly honest there. Oh, down goes 1 to a base game hoplite. Oh, but then in the same chance there goes 1 to a mercenary. So the mercenaries are getting a little bit stalled on this flank, but on this flank they've actually managed to make some decent enough headway. We have actually got a load of dead mercenaries though, which is not great. We have got the peltasts taking down one of the levies there, which is great. It looks like the Roman force actually is not doing too well. They've actually lost most of their Romans by the looks of it against the phalanx, which I was sort of expecting, if I'm perfectly honest. I had a feeling that the hoplites might be able to do better here. Oh yeah, definitely a Praetorian just gets swarmed by hoplites. Very, very angry hoplites there. Yeah, it looks like most of the Praetorians have actually died already. Definitely the Romans have not fared well against the phalanx. They should have just walked around it, you know, but they didn't. Yeah, we've got a couple of Praetorians over this flank, which have actually managed to come and try and help out the mercenaries. You could always just call them auxiliary hoplites, but I'm just going to call them Greek mercenaries that the Romans have bought to help with their invasion of Greece. It looks like the base game hoplite just gets shot in the back there by one of the mercenary peltasts. But it looks like most of the Roman force has died. I can't see the legate. The legate has charged in, never to be seen again. We've still got a couple of Praetorians bravely trying their best here. Looks like we've also got a mercenary back here. We've still got a mercenary. Oh, a Praetorian just died there. See, the Romans are just having to advance constantly into into spears, which is not doing them well. Oh, nice slash. Doesn't manage to kill the hoplite, and he just got taken out for his troubles. It looks like the mercenary that was over here, yeah, he's still doing his best. All of the mercenary Cretan archers are obviously dead. It looks like, yeah, the last Praetorian. Oh, here's the mercenary. There goes the mercenary. Dead to a spear. He is dead to one of the peltasts. And it looks like the Praetorian, he's giving it his best. He's killed one of the hoplites, which is good. And he charges, trying to take out a couple more before he dies. Oh, but no, there he goes, gets stabbed in the back. And now it's just a case of the Greeks. Dealing with the leftovers, pretty much. Yeah, they've cleared it up. Yeah, they've really cleared it up here. So I'm going to have to take control here of the standard bearers and stop them from, well, stopping these boys doing their job. Managed to get a couple of them away there. Here's another one. There you go. Let me free up these guys. So there we go. I've managed to release some of the hounds. We've lost a couple of hoplites along the way, but I mean it's just velites at this point. And velites versus hoplites are very rarely going to win. The same with the peltasts. One of the base game hoplites actually managed to get over to him and they managed to kill him off, but they did lose one of their number along the way. Yeah, now it's just a case of these guys, which are a bit stuck. But there are three. There's three of them. Three of them there, just stopping them from moving. So I'll see if I can free up some more of them. There you go. It looks like I didn't need to. They managed to clear it up. So yeah, that was a resounding defeat for the Romans. They managed to release the Spartans. I mean, but they didn't really get to do much. One guy managed to make it over here, but I don't know whether he got a kill or not. But yeah, that was a resounding defeat for the Romans. As we can see, at one point it looked like they were going to get through, but no. The sheer amount of hoplites that are still left, actual hoplites, mind you, not levies or base game hoplites. I don't think there's any of them left. But the amount of just regular old hoplites that are still around is actually pretty good. I mean, obviously we've lost a couple along the way here as they clear up the velites. We've lost one more over there. I think this guy here, no, he's still alive. So yeah, we've lost three of them. We lost three of them, four over here. We've actually lost a Spartan over here. A Spartan somehow died to a bunch of Greek throwing. to a bunch of mercenary spear throwers. Interesting. Yeah, so we lost one Spartan apparently, but as for the rest of them, yeah, we got the Spartan here, and then we got these guys over here. There's no way the Romans would have been able to win this, even if they'd managed to kill all of the remaining hoplites. Yeah, those Spartans would probably have cleared them out. And then of course we got some of the peltasts actually getting over here. I don't think the Greeks actually lost a peltast, but I could be wrong. I don't think anyone actually managed to get back here in time to kill them. Obviously they lost the mercenary Cretan archers, which I was expecting, because they were on the flanks. But yeah, it looks like If the Romans had been able to push more men on the flanks of the phalanx, they might have been able to squish it and crush it. But as it was, the mercenaries were unable to break through the flanks, and the main Roman force, died. Died to the Saracens. Yeah. Let me see if I can spot the legate, because the legate's probably around it. No, there he is. He must have died very close. He must have died very soon after entering the phalanx, because, yeah. Here's where the phalanx was, about where these guys are. This is about where the phalanx was, and, the legate's over here. So I've no idea how he managed to die so early. But I guess those sarissas don't stop once they get started. Yeah, we've just got a bunch of dead praetorians about. I mean, this is going to be a big blow for Rome. I mean, heads will roll in the Senate with as to why they lost to a bunch of Greek Greek hoplites. But yeah, I can't see the Praetorian Centurion, but he's probably somewhere in here. We can see all of the dead mercenary hoplites. I mean, obviously the Greek mercenary hoplites had the weaker flanks of the phalanx, and they did their best. They did what they were asked to, which was break up the flanks of the phalanx. But the main centre line of the phalanx just didn't break, and yeah, that caused the downfall for the Romans here. No, that's just a regular Praetorian. We got some more regular Praetorians. Ah, here he is. Praetorian Centurion. See, he got involved. He got stuck in, nice and stuck in. But at the end of the day, he just died. Didn't even get to see a Spartan to take him out and prove that the Romans are the superior fighting force. But apparently, in this case, the Romans aren't the superior fighting force. They got completely and utterly bodied by the Greeks. But hey, that's how it goes sometimes. You win some fights, you lose some fights, as long as you win the war. And in the end, the Romans did win the war. But here we go. So that's the end of that battlefield. The Greeks, although they had slightly fewer numbers, their higher costing units and their phalanx managed to beat them managed to win them against the Romans rather. But there you go. I'll thank you all for watching, and goodbye.